So if you're dealing with one of these injuries, obviously you're going to need some help. Here's our top waiver ads. These guys are available in at least 50% of leagues. Aaron Rodgers dealing with this pretty serious knee injury from last week, but he's going to play. He practiced in full at the tail end of this week. He is QB 12 in Matthew's rankings right there. Drake May right behind him, QB 14 against the Chargers. Alexander Madison in a Raiders backfield that's kind of been a carousel this year. Kamani Vidal. We'll talk later about both Gus Edwards being ruled out, J.K. Dobbins being questionable, putting Vidal in play. Amir Abdullah, another piece of that Raiders backfield. Kendre Miller with the injuries the Saints have dealt with, notably Alvin Kamara. Jalen McMillan getting a larger role for the Bucs, and he's got the Panthers on deck. Keyshawn Butte against the Chargers makes the top 40 wide receivers, as does Marvin Mims against that Cincinnati defense that's really struggled. And Chigoziem Okonkwo, Matthew, who seems to have a little bit of a rapport with Mason Rudolph, he becomes somewhat streamable or viable this week in desperation scenarios as well.
Well, he's had a 31% target share from Mason Rudolph, a 31% target share over the last 2 weeks. He's averaging 16.5 fantasy points per game. And so you think about this Titans-Jaguars game here. Jags struggle against tight ends. They give up their top 10 in terms of most fantasy points allowed to opposing tight ends. So again, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
Here it is.
Chigoziem Okonkwo is a viable tight end streamer this week. It's worth noting Aaron Rodgers, your beloved New York Jets there, Connor, is trying to pad his stats, and he gets a Bills defense that's allowed multiple touchdown passes in 6 of their past 7 games. Drake May quietly 17 fantasy points in 4 of the past 5. You mentioned some of those running backs here. Alexander Madison led the Raiders in backfield touches. He had 16 last week as well. So all sorts of guys that I think you could look at. Go always to look at my rankings, also Rotopat's rankings on NBCSports.com, Rotoworld.com. I'm a company man to see where all of these players rank in our overall. But these are some names that are available in more than 50% of leagues if you are desperate. Keyshawn Butte, very quietly, 33 straight games with a 20% target share or more. The rookie continue to make good on that promise that we saw early in the season.
And one note on Rodgers, if you're looking to desperation start him, Devontae Adams didn't practice Thursday with a hip injury, but still has a chance to play. So just keep an eye on his status as they try to kind of run up their milestones together as well.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.